Everyone, it's me, Nathan from Nathan's Way, and today I'm going to be talking about community anxiety and my um and like how I feel out of place or an outsider in communities because of my anxiety and how I deal with my anxiety. So I'm not going to go into details with some of this, and some of this I'm going to go probably a little too in depth of details. Maybe not. I don't know. I gotta see where this is going. But I didn't prepare notes. I'm just going off the cuff. This is actually kind of inspired by Eric Silvermoon's video about community and not fitting in and where he stands in certain places. So I am I am just looking. First of all, I'm looking at this scarf and I'm almost like, why am I wearing it? Oh, my tarot deck was wrapped in it, so that's why. uh, okay. Quick adjustment. Okay, back. But no, Eric Silvermoon kind of inspired this, and I kind of wanted to talk about certain things that have been going through my head and behind the whole thing, like behind every post, but like every video blog, behind every like thing, and I just want to I want to just be real and talk this out, kind of like doing a self-reflection thing, but with a video. Basically, I'm talking to myself, of looking at myself, talking to myself via phone that I'll upload later. So basically, this conversation to myself and with other people watching. But no. So going through this, processing a lot of different things, I realize that I get a lot social anxiety because I don't know how to be in certain situations. Like at shows, I used to going to punk rock shows, going to like metal shows. I used to know how to react to a band I like. Like I wouldn't care about dancing and where everyone's watching, or like dancing where everyone's watching, or starting the mosh pit, or just like crowd surfing. Like I didn't worry about that. I loved that, but as time went off, I've been more self-conscious because for a while I didn't attend shows. I wasn't allowed to, and I'll get on the reasoning for that in later videos, if not this video. But I wasn't allowed to go to shows. I wasn't allowed to who like be a normal 20, 21, 22, 23 year old. I had to grow up pretty fast because the situation I was in wanted me to settle down much faster than I feel like I was supposed to. I was supposed to settle down and just finish school, work, and yeah, I understand finishing school and working, that's a necessity. You need to if you're in school, you need to finish, or you need to focus on that. If you have work, or you need to pay bills. And so I understood that. I really do, but I feel like there was no room for extra fun. And the fun the fun that I did have was more very strictly scheduled, and it was like strictly scheduled, and it was very uh very selective, I guess. As for certain reasons, person the person I was with only wanted to go to shows where I wasn't where I mean, he only wanted to go to shows that he was playing, or that I or that he was giving me as a gift. I mean, I wasn't allowed to go to shows by myself. I wasn't allowed to do certain things. So there was a sense of that, and while I wasn't going to shows, I lost a lot of what was happening in local music scenes. Like, bands came, bands went, bands I wish I could have seen, I couldn't see, and I will never be able to see ever again. So a lot of things happened, and it was very, it was a very, it was very, it was, it was a whirlwind, sad situation where I just wish I could have partaked more in. But now, going like late 20s, I'm getting back into going to shows. I'm getting back into enjoying myself and relearning how to be not necessarily a kid, but learning how to let go and not be so regiment and like I have to work to live and to die type scenario, like where you work to live, can't have fun. Yeah, like it's just I'm learning how to have fun and living the best life I can be. And part of that is figuring out how to act at shows, at punk rock or metal shows, and understanding it is okay to dance, it is okay to get in the mosh pit, it is okay to start a mosh pit, it is okay to dance, but and understand the environment of the place, and understand and that there are rules of this chaos that I don't necessarily have to relearn because those rules never went away. It's just us getting back into the mindset of things. Okay, like I can jump in that mosh pit. I can have fun. I can just go at it with while being responsible, while being proactive, because you don't just go in the pit and just start hitting on people. I mean, it's just like, no, people push you, you push back. If someone falls, you pick them up, and you avoid the people who don't want to. You don't won't like you don't bring someone into the pit, or you don't push someone who doesn't want to be, because that is in any scenario a no. So, just being more aware of my surroundings, but like I can be in a crowded place, and if it's not moving, I get anxiety. But if it's a crowded place with a mosh pit, I I can go into the pit and just push and be able to get my arm room, you know? But if it's a very packed place and I can't spread out, I get a lot of anxiety. If I can't escape that crowd, I get anxiety. I also get anxiety while at bars. So when I go to bars, or I go there with friends that like I'm there to have fun. I'm there to enjoy myself. Usually there's a live band playing, and that's what I'm going to see. Or I'm just hanging out with friends. We're sitting down on a couch just talking, or like at the bar just sipping a beer. And then maybe we hit the dance floor. I mean, I don't usually hit the dance floor when I go to any bar, but I'm learning how to do that again. I'm learning the process, and usually when I go to bars, or it's usually a day where I just want time to myself. So I sit at the corner of the bar, order a drink, and I have one of these black books, and I'm just writing. Like, I'm just writing and, like, writing anything from stories to short stories to things I want to do to, or just I'm enjoying a beer, I'm maybe eating something, and then if someone comes up, I'll talk to them. But I don't usually go to talk to people at bars. I usually just go be with myself or enjoy the companies of others. So learning how to, like, and sometimes there were a couple times where I went to the bar looking for fun, looking to, like, just dance. And I find, especially in the LGBTQIA community, no matter what city, it's all divided into different groups of people. And if you don't look a certain way, it's like, if you don't look a certain way, or if you're not of a certain body type, it's just, you can't, like, it's kind of like high school again. Like, you got the jocks on that side, you get the leather daddies on that side, you get the bears over there, you get the otters over there. Like, you get the whole animal kingdom of cliques when you go into bars. You get twinks, you get, so it is divided. I've seen some of them aren't as bad, but every time I go, like I start talking. I remember one time talking to this person, just talking, and they were trying to get to know me, and then all of a sudden they're talking about their other half, and then wanting, like, just interested in me, and they were like, "So, how are you doing? What are you doing tonight?" And I'm like, didn't you say you have a boyfriend? I don't do that. I mean, I really have no interest in breaking someone else's heart. I mean, I understand if it's an open relationship, but I mean, not my thing. But I just have, like, these weird interactions. Like, this one person kept buying me beers at one bar, and I kept talking, and it was getting a little awkward, so I just got an Uber home. And it's just, it's very interesting, and learning how to make friends and intermingle within these cliques or these groups is a thing that I have challenged, because it gives me, like, flashbacks into high school, and I'm just so over it. I mean, and I rather have friends in many areas than just one, so I tend to stay away from the bars. Now, when it comes to, like, I talked about punk rock, so when it comes to the witchy community, I was looking for a community where, I mean, I was looking for something that makes me feel like I'm in control, and that's what magic is kind of for me. I mean, it is for me. I am able to intermingle with, like, I can talk to other people. I can have friends in the same, who are interested in the same things, but I don't necessarily feel like I am stuck within there. I can, like, come and go as I please. I mean, that is why I have a little less anxiety about the witchy community. Um, because I can talk to Arwen, I can talk to Kellyanne, I can talk to Ember, but I don't always have to. They don't give, like, they don't put pressure on me that I have to look this way, I have to practice this way, I have to do a circle this way, I gotta use a crystal for this or a candle for that. Like, I don't have those restrictions, and I feel like I respect them for their differences, and I feel like they respect me for the differences, but I don't have that anxiety. And if someone does say, "Oh, you're not doing it right," I'm like, okay, so I'm doing it wrong, but it's working for me. So, I mean, like, and the thing is that I'm a solitary practitioner. I'm not dedicated to a coven, which covens also have some strict rules, which I can understand that people need that organization that strict. But for me, it's not being able to breathe. Like, being in close spaces or close knit things where I can't expand or spread out. Like, like I just I get really bad anxiety, and with my anxiety is that I, like, even when I'm not like interacting on YouTube, like, I get social anxiety. Like, oh, did I misspeak? Did I put my foot in my mouth? Oh, did I like mistalk? Did that come out right? I'm always double thinking what I previously said. Like, I overthink my words sometimes, and then sometimes I think I underthink, and I'm like, and then it bites me. So when I post a video out, I have to watch it 3, 4, 5 times to make sure I feel like I'm not offending someone, because I'm afraid to hurt someone's feelings. And sometimes I catch myself and I'm like, does that sound right? No, I'll re-record it and tweak it this way. Or does that sound okay? And sometimes it does, and then it comes off wrong to other people. So I'm always worried about that. Like, it's like this nagging thing in the back of my head where I'm always trying to speak like I want to, but like in like making my words sound the way I like, because sometimes I say something but I totally mean something else. Like uh, like like I would say one thing but I meant it somewhere else. It's just it got mixed up and tangled as it was coming out. Like, say this jar is clear, uh, and I'm saying, oh, it's this greenish glassish thing, and like like I'm I'm saying that this is actually green when it's clear. I mean, there's a greenish tint around the thing, but like it gets construed. So I'm saying like the glass is green when it's actually clear. So, well, when it comes to people, like when I talk about Ember, or when I talk about Arwen, like in previous videos, I had to message Arwen or message Ember. Is like, does that sound right? Does this sound right? Did I offend? Like, and I'm overthinking it. Like, Arwen's like, yeah, you're fine. Like I posted a video, and the next day or so I saw Arwen and was like, Arwen, is this okay? Like, did I offend? And they're like, no, we're like, I understand they're busy. I understand that everyone is busy with their lives. They're busy people. I mean, they cannot be expected to respond to everything. Like, that is unreasonable. But in my head, it's just like, oh God, they're silent. They didn't respond to me. Like, oh God, what do I do? Like it's a constant thing in my head where I'm like, oh God, they didn't respond to this. Did I offend them? I hope I didn't offend them. Did I offend them? oh, maybe I shouldn't say it. Maybe I should take this video down, or maybe I should take this post down, or maybe, like, that is the thing that goes through my head, like, every time I post a video, or every time I reach out to a friend, or I talk about another friend to another friend, like, it's, or, like, if I talk, like, even in when I'm at work, like, I miss talking, like, oh god, did I tell something that, like, it's constant anxiety with me, and I gotta figure out how to deal with it. And so, some way, in some ways, I have gotten better. I've gotten a lot better. Like, I, I'm like, okay, like, because if I did say something wrong, I'll own up to it. I'll admit it. I'll be it. But if I didn't, like, if no one's responding, or like, I gotta calm myself down. I'm like, you gotta breathe, and then just do a whole shadow process. Okay, what did I say that could be misleading? Okay, so this thing I said wrong, but how bad does it say? And then sometimes I ask another friend, like, hey, can you watch this video? Or, hey, I said this to this person. Could it have been taken any other way? So, working through the anxiety, and working through the working through the anxiety, and working through the, like, walking through the misconception or the mistranslation can be helpful. Okay, so I say, let's pick on Arwen or Ember. I say, hey, they're awesome together. They're amazing together. Okay, let's analyze it. They, like, let's just say, oh, I didn't mean they were together. Like, they're in a relationship. I'm saying that they are good friends together. So when I say they're good together, I have to analyze it. Okay, I said they were good together when I meant they are really good friends together. Okay, let's work this out. Can it be interpreted any other way? It could be. Okay, what did I mean? Okay, does other sentences is that connect to that sentence back that up? Or will people think that they're in a relationship together? Like, so I have to walk through this process and saying, okay, and for me to put it to bed, I have to walk through it at least 3 times, and then if there is a correction, I have to find a way to resolve it so I can go to sleep at night. Now, I'm sure there are better ways of coping with this. I've not yet found one. So, or dealing with this, I have not yet found it. So I'm just going to walk myself through this process every time, and it seems to help ease. I'm open if people have recommendations and of techniques they use. Let me know. But I also do, like, I do zoning out meditations. Okay, I said this thing. Let me zone out. Let me stare out into outer space until it clears up, and I can relook at it from a clear head. And that's what I do. Or let me sleep on it. Let me put the video into private and sleep on it. Let me put this thing to rest and let it be. So I feel like that is a healthy way of me to deal with it as well. But no, like, again, I am learning how to be a part of 3 different communities, and it's going to be a process until I get better. again, I've been through a lot. I've been through a lot, and I'm learning how to be happy with myself again, and I am getting there. I'm not there yet. I'm getting there still. But yeah. I have my tarot deck here. And I'm just going to pull a card for this topic and see what it says. Because maybe it will give me a little bit of insight of anxiety and community. Oh, interesting. Okay, a couple cards have literally jumped out, so let me just cut. So, an overall thing. Sin of life, okay. Every time I get this, it seems like something good happens. So sin of life is that I am going to be okay. I am going to be I'm going to learn how to deal with all my stresses, and I'm going to learn how to manage them, I feel. And this card just says I'm going to be okay. I'm going to be able to get back to where I need to be, in a sense. So, and then I feel like this card I feel like is more about my anxiety. It is the Great Bear, and I feel like the Great Bear is telling me that I need to work on bringing it together, bringing it home, bringing my anxiety to a place of home, and learning how to conquer my anxiety and just bring it together, and learning to deal, bring it out of hibernation, wait, what, does that make sense? Okay, bringing my anxiety into hibernation, learning how to deal with my hibernation and getting it back to a smaller space, I guess. And the Six of Vessels, I feel like this is more about community. It's about emotions and feelings and people just coming together, coming to support Earth and Waters. I mean, anxiety is one of the reasons why I didn't partake in a lot of witchy tags, or back when the witchy YouTube was going, because I had anxiety. What if I said the wrong thing? I had imposter syndrome. What if I said the wrong thing? What if they found out I was a fake? What if I did this and that? But when I'm practicing, I know what I'm doing. I know I'm doing it right. But I was afraid that I would be judged and judged in certain ways, and I know that's more of my anxiety. So I wouldn't partake in witchy tags. I wouldn't partake in other than that. And I feel like the hashtag sign kind of looked weird if I put it in certain areas, but I feel like I felt like I wasn't if I misspoke, or if I interacted with one person and I misspoke and I meant one thing and did another, that I would be called out. If I talked about how I did or didn't do a circle at the beginning or end of every ritual, that I would be called out, or if I used this crystal for that, I had this weird feeling that it would be a lot of calling out, and I would get this anxiety over thinking, what if I misspoke? What if I offended someone? What if I offended someone because I believe that this crystal I use for that thing, or I burned this for this, and it just doesn't match. Like, I got anxiety over that, and that's why I didn't reach out more into the community. I didn't reach out when all these group discussions or group videos were happening, because my anxiety. I feel like my anxiety was a reason for me. Well, it was basically was. I feel like my anxiety was self sabotage, like I was self sabotaging because to deal with my anxiety. But now I stopped self sabotaging because I feel like right now I'm at a good place. I'm at a better place where I'm growing and learning, and I'm becoming a better person, and I can finally be able to get back to where I need to be in my own personal journey. And I took a detour, and now I think I finally got back on the right path. So, yeah, and YouTube, getting back to YouTube, I've been trying to post 2 to 3 videos a week, and I feel like it's been really helping me, and I can't thank a lot of people enough. Like, I know I don't get that many views, but the views I do get mean a lot to me, and I'm learning to interact, I'm learning to mingle, and I'm learning to reach out, and feel free to reach out to me, because that will help me with my anxiety. Feel free to connect, say, hey Nathan, like, I know you are dealing with things, but I like I'm not saying give me compliments. I'm just saying feel free to reach out to me and talk to me about this, and like I will respond and talk back to you, and it will help me cope with this anxiety and get out of this anxiety. Well, this is my journey, and I hope it helped yours, or at least give you something else. Much love and best wishes, everyone. Bye.